have to hear. Drink a good deal of it, make a good meal of it, stick to your old-fashioned beer. Now don't be afraid of it, drink till you're made of it. Now all together a cheer.
All right, well, good evening, everybody. This is Mark once again, your one-take beer reviewer, the guy who blogs about beer in Chicago at beeronaut.com, and still unemployed for God knows what reason. Well, the reason is probably me then, I know. But we'll keep plugging away at that fact. But meantime, I've got plenty of beer here, and I've been looking into some of the stuff that I said I would, that people have sent me for my comment and that somehow got pushed aside. And this one, I am so sorry to the people who sent this to me. Has been sitting here for 2 years while I was doing beers, and this is the people at ReBru, who are a distillery, the distillery arm of Thorn Brewing in San Diego, and they have sent me some samples, and I'm going to just get into them now. What ReBru does is that it reroutes expired beer or old beer from kegs and so forth, and it distills them into liquor, which is what people used to do in the old days. If your batch of beer went bad, you could distill it into vinegar or into whiskey or whatever else you were trying to make. So that's a pretty good idea, I think, and let's just get into this. They have sent, first off, there is a vodka, which is at, let me look at this again, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof, and it looks pretty nice and clear here. A gin, which I can just look at it right here and say is 94 proof. And it looks pretty clear once you get it up and hold it to the light here. And then a small sample of a peppermint whiskey, and this is a sweet cane peppermint whiskey, so it's distilled from sugar, I guess. And this is just a white whiskey with peppermint flavoring in it. They do say they have some regular whiskey that has been aging in barrels, so they are getting some of those out by now. And what I'm going to do first is give a try to the vodka. Should have pulled this out right out first, I guess. Nice little taster glass with their logo, do more, waste less. And let's see if I can do this without having an issue. There we go. Rather slightly fruity vodka taste nose on here. And I can smell the alcohol, of course, so let's just give this a nice little pour. And let's see, I will just put this down here so I don't step on it, and just have a nice little swig. Yes, very nice, strong alcohol taste. Getting a little bit of fruitiness to this, which one doesn't normally get. Okay, well, my apologies there to the makers of this potable, but my throat is normally dry and scratchy in the winter months because we have the house all sealed up, so anything that goes down my throat risks triggering my coughing. But it is a very, it's still, as I said, a nice tasty vodka. There, as I said, there are some notes of fruit to it, and that you might not expect from something distilled from beer grains. Yes, just a tiny sip will take care of it for me. Thank you very much. And what I'm going to do now, set the rest of this aside, finish it when I finish taping, and we are going to try to at least go into the gin. I'm just going to do a little addendum for the peppermint whiskey. And let's see what it says about itself here. Yeah, just what we've been talking about. And as they like to say, thoughtfully sourced, creatively recrafted, and artfully distilled. So that was just a very slight taste out of a slight shot. And You get to watch me do that. I'm getting a nice strong botanical smell from this. Let's try not to drop, and let's try just pouring a little bit less this time. There we go. Again, nice and clear. I catch, some berries and some of the usual things like sloe berries and leaf spices. Very crafty, yes. Crafty gin. It's a little lighter in its essences than a normal store-bought bottle. This is definitely one that is very much worth drinking straight. Of course, putting some rocks in it, that might help it go down a little easier, like the last one. Nice burn, and as I said, the usual juniper and some I think some of the other botanicals that normally go into gin, and they don't talk about what else they have made it with. So it's probably a basic gin recipe, but it's very nicely done, and I'm not going to say it's smooth, because I give the lie to myself for that. But the botanical nose really takes over. I don't smell as much alcohol on this. All I do is taste it. So, like I said, in case I don't get around to the peppermint whiskey, which we'll try to come back with later, I'll just sign off for now and stick something else on the end of this. This is Mark, your One Take Beer reviewer, and for now, the guy who is reviewing beers distilled into liquors, and that's something that we can all get behind. So cheers.
Well, hi there, folks. It's me again. I said I would get back to you when I get a chance to get this last little piece of potent potable from ReBru Spirits taken care of, and it's just taken me a little while. In fact, I'm now trying out the new webcam I had to buy for my Mac Mini because it's attached to a screen that doesn't have a webcam. So we're giving this a try right now. I am right in front of my computer, trying to look at the camera, which is right down here, and so on and so forth. But anyway, as I said, among the ReBru Spirits that was sent to me is what they call their Sweet Cane Peppermint Whiskey. It's 55% ABV, in other words, 110 proof. And this isn't on their web page anymore. I think it kind of comes and goes, but I think, as we can see, if it's a sugar cane, and it's pretty clear, so it was originally a white whiskey without any barrel aging. So we're just going to take this open. Strong peppermint smell. It smells like peppermint extract almost, and it is kind of pinkish, as you can see. And we're just going to take a little bit of this darling. Got the feeling this will evaporate if I don't put the cap back on tight. So here we go. Ah, yes, very medicinal, which can be what you want in your liquor. Well, just like any other cordial, I guess, with a mint family flavoring, this one actually went down pretty smoothly. As you can tell, I'm not coughing with irritation in my throat or anything like that. So. Oh, very interesting. I hope they put it back on their product line. They've also got other stuff like limoncello and even an absinthe available on their website. So definitely worth checking out. These are gin, a vodka, and this peppermint whiskey from ReBru Spirits. Most of it brewed from expired or excess beer, so that's a good idea. And this is Mark, your one-take beer reviewer, the guy at beeronaut.com, saying cheers.
Now don't be